Good morning to all of you and a very hearty welcome to the second Foundation Day function of the youngest Open University in the country, Odisha State Open University, Sambalpur. I am indeed very overwhelmed by the kind presence of two very distinguished guests from New Delhi. One is Professor Ravindra Kumar, Honorable Vice-chancellor Indira Gandhi National Open University, which is my alma mater, and I worked with him for almost 22 years as a friend, as a colleague, in running the largest open university in the world, and I feel honored to see him in Sambalpur as our chief guest. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation. Dr. Said Rasool, the director of the Commonwealth Media Education Center for Asia, is a very distinguished guest, very distinguished professional. I have been hearing him in many programs across India, and whenever I listen to him, I really get inspired and mesmerized by his wide range of thoughts on media technology, on e-learning, on MOOCs, on open education resources, and I was also intending to invite him as one of the guests for the second Foundation Day. He has accepted the invitation. I am really honored by your kind presence here. Professor Sudhanshu Sekharat is a very distinguished economist. He is a friend. I was introducing him to our guests that he is more a teacher than an administrator, and that is the reason why my respect towards him always increases manifold. And I always treat him as a very distinguished teacher, and I wish him to continue as a very distinguished teacher and serve the student community. I really feel honored, sir, by your kind presence. Our registrar, Dr. Jantakar Sharma, is always a source of inspiration for me and a fellow colleague in the university with whom I share many of my views and thoughts and seek his opinion. I thank him on this very great occasion for the university. Professor Aditya Prasad Padi, Honorable former Vice-chancellor Sambalpur University, Professor Deepak Behra, again Honorable former Vice-chancellor Sambalpur University, Professor Antarjami Bandar, who will very soon become an honorable member of the Board of Management of Odisha State Open University, and all the distinguished dignitaries who are present here, and most importantly, my very, very close and the persons whom I love the most, my students of Odisha State Open University, media persons, and my colleagues in OSOU, both from Bhubaneswar office, from our study centers in Sambalpur, in Balangir, and particularly my colleagues in Sambalpur. I welcome you all on the second Foundation Day of the university. Friends, 2 years journey for a new university is the most challenging period. And I found that in these 2 years, when I look back, I see that I could do many things. And I could do many things because of the cooperation that I have got from the local people here, the cooperation that I got from the teaching community in Sambalpur, in Odisha, and the love I got from the students who have put faith in Odisha State Open University and have taken admission in our diploma and certificate programs. We started with almost 1,500 students admitted in 6 diploma and certificate programs. We provided them self-learning materials. Around 200 self-learning materials were developed during the last 1 year. Around 100 audio and video films were produced by my colleagues here in Odisha State Open University. 38 study centers were established, around 400 part-time academic counselors were appointed and trained, and around 150 course writers were associated with Odisha State Open University in writing the self-instructional material, and I am really obliged and thankful to all of them who have helped me to start the Open University in a very, very meager scale. I know, and Professor Ravindra Kumar, Honorable Vice-chancellor, will share with me, for an Open University, number is not important. Because if today we have 1,500 students, maybe after 5 years, we will have 5 lakh students. So what is important for an Open University is how to maintain quality. How to maintain the quality of education that we are imparting. That is one of the most challenging aspects of Open University, because the student and the teacher are at a distance. The university and the study centers are at a distance. And how the teaching learning process is imparted at the study centers, that is the most challenging part. And we all are really worried. He as the Vice-chancellor of Indira Gandhi National Open University, and I am here in the new university, we are always worried that at least our students are getting quality education at the learner support centers. And the success and failure of any open university depends on the quality of education that is being imparted to them at the study center. So that is our priority. We from day one though our mandate is access and equity, but at the same time we have also added 2 other things to our mandate, that is quality and excellence. And without quality and excellence, no university system in this country or in any other part of the world will be able to reach the height of glory. And since we are a new university, we are also at an advantageous position, because the advantage for us is absorbing the technology, because technology has come to a large extent in the arena of education. And Dr. Syed Rasool is an expert on the field, and our Honorable Vice-chancellor IGNOU will talk on digital learning in his Foundation Day lecture, so I don't want to go into details, but I'll simply say that Odisha Open University has also adopted the new open education resource policy, where we believe that knowledge is free and anybody from anywhere at any time can have access to knowledge. But if you want to become a student of the university, you get enrolled, take admission, attend our classes, get printed study material, submit your assignment, submit your project, appear the examination, and if you successfully complete our evaluation process, then we certify you. For that, you have to pay a nominal fee to the university. But a person who wants to acquire knowledge only, no certification, then for them, all our resources, whether it is printed material, whether it is audio, whether it is video, everything is free and easily accessible. So for that, we have uploaded all our study material under open education resources in our website for free access to anybody, everybody, at any time, from anywhere. And today, Dr. Rasool will be inaugurating our e-repository, which we call as e-Gyanagar. And e-Gyanagar will be an exclusive brand name of Odisha State Open University, so that we are planning to inaugurate today. And we will also inaugurate a mobile app. A mobile app will again reduce the distance between the students and the university and increase the access. So all our e-resources will be available in a mobile app, and the student profile, the teacher's profile, the study center profile, we have a feedback system in that mobile app, where the students can instantly interact with the Vice-chancellor and the registrar and the faculty and give their feedback about the teaching learning process that is being imparted at the study center. So we are going to develop and get inaugurated a mobile app through our honorable guest today. And most importantly, we will be signing a memorandum of understanding with the largest university in the world, that is Indira Gandhi National Open University, for mutual exchanges of our educational resources. I think this is going to be the greatest achievement for Odisha State Open University. And if you ask me what is my achievement in the last 2 years, I would say that today, because we will be signing a MOU with IGNOU, and IGNOU has an international reputation for its study material for two things. IGNOU is important globally. One is its quality study material, the other is its quality examination. And I was handling the examination of IGNOU for 8 years, so I am very proud of the IGNOU examination system, and Professor Ravindra Kumar is kind enough to agree to our proposal for signing of a MOU. And today that MOU will be signed, and I was speaking to him in the morning that can we start some master degree programs or bachelor degree programs from this academic session itself, and he was very kind and said you can start any number of programs, we have no restriction for that. And the advantage for us is that since IGNOU is a national university, the students are only allowed to write their assignment, their terminal examination in English and Hindi. But since we are a regional university, we will also allow our students to write in Oriya. So our students in Odisha will have no disadvantage. They will get the best quality of study material, and when they produce whatever they have learned through their assignment and terminal examination, they will be free to write in Oriya also. That means they can write in English and Hindi, but if they want to write in Oriya, that provision will be available. And IGNOU at present, because of its national character, is only allowing them to write in English and Hindi. So we will fill up that void which I perceive is existing and which will definitely benefit the students of Odisha. Thank you very much, sir, for the help. Professor Rasul has very liberally funded us for this mobile app, for developing the open education resources, and his headquarters, that is the Commonwealth of Learning in Canada, has also provided us support for developing a diploma program in multimedia and animation. That again is a program which will be offering under open education resources, under MOOCs, massive open online courseware. And once we offer a diploma in multimedia and animation, any university in the world can adopt that course, and we are planning to launch that course from January 2018. Almost the course material is ready, and we have now called a workshop of the course writers to give a fine tune to the material that they have developed. And the people who have written the material, they belong to different multimedia institutions across India. So we are looking forward to launch a globally acceptable diploma program in multimedia and animation very soon. I am once again thankful to all of you for your patronage, for your support, for your blessings, particularly the senior citizens in Sambalpur. I am really thrilled and overwhelmed by the support that I am getting from the local intelligentsia here. I can't say more about the students because they are very dear and near to me, whether they are from Sambalpur or they are from Koraput or Bhubaneswar. I live with the students and I dream about the students, and I always dream of how to help, how to support the students who is the most deprived student in Odisha, and that is the reason why we have kept the fee to the barest minimum, and so that everybody can afford to study, and fee should not be a barrier for your access to quality education. Once again, thank you for your support, and I look forward to your continued support for all our activities in the future. Thank you very much.